Hey, how you doing? I'm Michael. Glad you came by today. We're going to take a look at a sport from Ireland called hurling. Now, I saw this sport for a few seconds about 20 years ago on ESPN, and I was shocked by how uh, they swing whatever it is they call what they have, how hard they swing it so close to everyone else. I was shocked. It looked crazy. Um, but that's all I know about it. I did read a bit, and it said it has existed since before the Middle Ages. You know, if it had existed since the Middle Ages, I would have been impressed. But before the Middle Ages, that's a whole different thing. That's the WNBA has a lot of catching up to do. This video is by a YouTube channel called DK. So check them out if you like hurling stuff. I initially planned on having my first intro to hurling be a kind of a rules and how the scoring works and everything. And I thought that would be a good way to start off. But then, while I was looking for that, I saw a video with the title Hurling, the most skillful game on earth. And that's a hard title to ignore because that's a big statement because Earth is big, Not it's not big compared to the universe, but it's big compared to like this thing. So Earth is big, the most skillful sport on Earth. That's interesting. Like I said, all I know about it is they swing these things really hard and really fast, about 2 inches from each other. So that's that's uh, that's enough for me to make it pretty hardcore sport. And so let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. This is not the rules. It's not the scoring. Is it skillful game or skillful? It's hurling, the most skillful game on earth by DK. Let's check it out. Okay, I don't want to stop this every 2 seconds, but right there, not here, but when it opened, that guy did the thing. He looked like he punched the ball from the other side, bounced it over to him, and caught it. That's a skill right there. It starts off with that skill. Always big contact. See, that's it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, he pops it over. See, that's cool, man. Because I was looking at Aussie rules football, and you have to bounce the ball. You can't run with it continuously, and it looks like this game you have to balance the ball, and which is obviously not an easy thing to do. The thing is about people who do things really well, like these guys, they make it look easy, but I'm quite sure it's not easy. And this guy, he was doing it, and then he popped it over a defender's head. That's a cool move. Before I go on, I want to say I don't know what these things are called, and I don't want to sound like I'm being, like don't care about it. But all I know is to say stick and ball, and that's how I'll refer to it until I know better, because I'm sure that's not what they're called. It's been around from the Middle Ages. They're going to have cool names, but it's not stick and ball. But that's all I got to go with, so forgive me. Oh, man. Oh, deflection. Not that time. That's the thing. Just to swing that hard with people running around, it's a crazy, crazy thing. One question, if you can leave in the comments for me, is what kind of ball is this? Is it hard? Is it like a rubber ball? Is it like a baseball? Is it like a tennis ball? I sure hope it's not like a billiard ball because that would really do damage to people. But it's whatever whatever kind of ball it is, I'd like to know. The cats will lick it. Oh, that's cool. Ever since I was like this big, whenever I see like, athletes going on the field, leaving the locker room, going on the field for like an important game or a championship, whether it's Federer walking on to center court at Wimbledon or guys walking out for the World Cup final, or these guys, it's such a cool look. It makes me feel like hard to say, just like it's just drama, because something big's going to happen soon. This music reminds me of like the Chemical Brothers from the 90s. Maybe, I think so. Oh, wow. I got it. I don't want to go back because I don't want to screw it up, but go back and look at that guy. I never thought of them hitting the ball when it was on the ground. I always think of them swinging it. But like if you play golf, when a good player makes a divot on an iron shot from the fairway, the club hits the ball first, then the grass, then the divot takes place. And I think if you don't play golf, you kind of think the other way around, because it might seem more obvious, like you take a divot and then hit the ball, but no. And that the bit right before this part, the guy's coming up and swinging the. It looked like a club. It looked like a golf club, and he made contact with the ball, and then like 4 or 5 inches in front, he made contact with the grass. And what that tells you is that was like ideal contact, And when you're golfing, you're standing still. These guys doing it running and still making that pure contact. That is skillful. Oh man. Oh, little tap pass. Oh. Oh. Okay. There's a net and there are goalposts or uprights. So I'm assuming in the net is a certain amount of points, and between the goalposts are fewer points. Oh, wow. Look, Allen Iverson.
Cleared on this occasion by John Hanbury, down far as Andy Smith. Owen Murphy. Oh, brilliant catch!
What happened?
Oh, my God! What a goal!
Oh, wow. That looked like an outfielder in baseball who kind of misjudged it and had to, at the last second, make an adjustment. And this guy did that, caught it, and then turned and shot with such solid contact. That's a great play. That's a great play.
The long ball sent up to Canning. It was the way he gathered it here. Going almost backwards on the turn.
That's great.
Back comes Peter Duggan. 3 men are after him. Hit it on the ground to try and make some headway. Still going forward. Aidan Hart tries to stop it.
It's quite an angle to make that shot. Wow.
On this one, this passage of play is going to be called the turning point. You can see him, the hole, the goal with the fence are all over him. Doesn't catch the ball to his hand. Unbelievable composure.
Going forward is Austin Gleason. Look at Gleason go. He's heading towards the 13. What can he produce here? A goal for Waterford.
You're running, you're being chased, you're balancing a ball on a stick, then you pop it up and make such good contact that it goes into a goal. That is skill, man. That's unbelievable. Good players at anything make things look easy that are not easy.
What a goal!
Towards John O'Dwyer. Time to run for Paul Murphy. Murphy's lost his stick. Here comes Bubbles. Oh, what a goal! He sticks it in the corner.
That's a nice looking field.
For his
Wow.
fifth ever championship goal, and now it's 118 to 114, and Tipperary lead with 48 minutes.
First player from Blarney to play championship for Cork. First year stood. Oh, what about that for a pickup? Oh, that is delightful. Fantastic skill. That is Austin.
You know, I've played a lot of tennis, and I can see playing this game with a tennis racket and being near the goal and dropping a ball out of my hand and placing it in the goal. But these sticks are like, I mean, there's hardly anything to them as far as like a sweet spot. I mean, but these guys hit it even though they're being bumped and running and pushed and all sorts of stuff.
Gleeson, young and senior player of the year.
Belted forward by Richie English. Down the other end of Croke Park will suit Limerick just fine. There's still plenty of time for Cork. Here's Pat Ryan. Ryan had a chance in normal time, and Ryan has put it into the back of the net. They're on the way, surely. Back to the All-Ireland final for the...
He didn't do the full swing power shot. I'm sure it's not called that, but that's what it looks like. The ball has seams, it looks like a baseball. But he just had the presence of mind to pop it over the goalkeeper's outstretched arms.
First time since 07.
Like a little backhand.
I think that instant in the club game, he still hasn't fully recovered from it. Declan Root pulling on it here.
Oh, that's interesting.
Magnificent by Quigley. And that is the most fantastic.
I was just saying how they have such a little sweet spot, and it looked like that guy on the team going left to right, he kind of mishit it. I don't know if he was going for a shot or a pass or what, but he kind of mishit it, and it just kind of dribbled in front of him. And the other team just took advantage immediately from that mistake and just turned it into a goal. I don't know what it's called. They turned it into some sort of score.
Score.
Murphy, I think that's one of the best scores I've ever seen in Croke Park. What a piece of skill.
Man,
A
how do you
magnificent
swing
piece
like
of skill.
that? The guy's head right there. How do you stand there when the guy's swinging like that?
Players must be tired and weary, but they're giving absolutely everything they've got. In towards Henry Shefflin, breaks it to himself. Shefflin!
Nice pass.
Colin Fennelly! Saved! Brilliantly saved by James Scale!
Hadn't saved it.
I think he might have told me, what a save by James Scale. If Galway want to win this is the crucial moment of the game.
As far as Podge Collins, change of direction, and then goes forward.
Oh, man.
Officially carrying it this way and that, like an egg and spoon race. Finally hitting it beautifully.
He's balancing it on his stick, makes a 360 turn, and then makes a shot from quite a ways away at quite a harsh angle. That's impressive, man.
Onto the netting and over the bar. How
Look at
about
that field, it's huge.
Now that's the beautiful game.
And great look at
That's
that
an
road
incredible
pass,
score.
probably.
Good ball. Darren Fitzgibbon bearing down a goal. Little Fitzhorgan. Horgan's inside the large rectangle.
Off his
Brilliant
knees.
goal for Cork. What a build-up. What a finish. Right man, right place.
You can pass from hand to hand.
About 10 minutes ago, Daniel Carney came down the middle, made the wrong pass. This is the right pass on his knees.
Yeah, you can pass. The guy passed from hand to hand. The guy got it. The guy went on his knees and made excellent contact. It's crazy. These guys are quite something.
And Tip will be looking to press on.
Paul Murphy hitting it in. TJ Reid gathers it.
I want to say one thing while I remember before I forget, because I always forget. If you can subscribe, that'd be cool. If you liked it at all, if you liked this video at all, subscribe and make a comment, tell me what the ball's made of, because I would love to know. And subscribe would be great. It would make me thankful. And I'm always already thankful that you're even watching it to this point. So let's get back to this skillful game.
Smith with a high pass. Power. Scores. What a reply. Richie Power. 25 minutes in.
It's a big crowd. Wow. I think that's it. That's quite a game, you know. There's a lot more to that game than I had thought from what I had seen really briefly before. Like it said, you know, it's an unbelievably skillful game. A lot of little touch passes and tweaks and using the stick in a way. And also doing it, you know, while being harassed by defenders. That's a courageous game, and it's also a skillful game. Lots of stuff going on in that game. It's cool. As an American, you know, I grew up playing baseball and softball all the time. You know, when you're a little kid and you're a little kid and you're picking teams for a baseball game at the park, and you're just, you know, or between innings, you're just milling around, and someone will pick up a bat, you know, absent-mindedly pick up a bat and just swing it. And everyone will say, like, geez, watch where you're swinging the bat. We're right here, man. You almost hit me. So in that sense, like, it's a mistake. In this sense, that's the whole game. These guys got to get used to that. I don't know how it's done. I don't know how they develop that ability to kind of stay focused when there's a guy swinging a bat. But that's why they're the best in the world, and among other reasons. Wow. Okay, that was great. We'll check out more hurling again, because that was impressive. Wow. Okay. See you later.